I just want to take a few moments to update you on the third phase of the discussions, the talks so far today. The first phase, of course, was with CARICOM, the Guyana team with CARICOM. You want to go now? Yeah, oh, you can stand, you can come closer here. I just wanted us to have the Spanish translation at the same time. So in the first phase of the meeting, we met with CARICOM. There we reiterated our position. That is in relation to our land boundary. That matters before the ICJ. And there is absolutely no retreat by Guyana in ensuring that this matter is determined by the ICJ and that the outcome of this matter at the ICJ be respected by all. Also, CARICOM restated its position that has consistently recognized not only the 1899 award, but that the merits of the case in relation to the controversy must be determined by the ICJ, and the outcome of the ICJ must be respected by all. The second phase of the meeting was between CARICOM and the Venezuelan team. The third phase of the meeting, which has just concluded, was the first face-to-face exchange between President Maduro, myself, and our team in the presence of CARICOM, CELAC, Brazil, and the United Nations. In that meeting, I outlined once again Guyana's clear position. That is, we are a peace-abiding country and people. We have no other ambition than to pursue the peaceful coexistence with Venezuela and every country in this region. I made it very clear that Guyana has all the right to exercise its sovereign right within its territorial space to approve of and facilitate any development, any investment, any partnership, any training, any collaboration, any cooperation, the issuing of any license, and the granting of any concession within our territorial space and within our sovereign space. I made it clear that the controversy must be resolved at the ICJ. And we are unwavering and resolute
y estamos resolutos e inquebrantables
in ensuring
en asegurar
that
que
Guyana's case
el caso de Guyana
is presented,
se presente,
defended,
defienda
and that the ICJ
en la Corte Internacional de Justicia.
will issue its decision
Dicha Corte va a
on the
hacer
merits of the
saber
case,
su decisión sobre los méritos,
which of course is binding on all the parties.
que por supuesto es vinculante para todas las partes.
I made it clear
Yo aclaré
that the process leading to the
que el
ICJ
proceso ante la CIJ
is part of the Geneva Agreement,
forma parte del Acuerdo de Ginebra.
and that the Geneva Agreement provides
Acuerdo de Ginebra
for the UN
dispone
Secretary General to determine
para que el Secretario General de las Naciones Unidas determine
where
dónde
the controversy
la controversia
must
debe
be finally determined.
ser dirimida.
And it is a UNSG
Y es el
acting
Secretario
within the
General
confines of the Geneva Agreement
de la ONU quien actuó dentro de los
Who
confines del
determined?
acuerdo, quien determinó
that that place is the ICJ.
que ese lugar es la Corte Internacional de Justicia.
I want to say
Quisiera decir
that we
que nosotros
agreed with all the regional partners
acordamos con todos los socios
that the priority is peace
regionales de que la prioridad es la
and
paz
that every threat
y de que cada amenaza
of force or the use of force
de fuerza o el
must be
uso de
denounced,
fuerza debe ser denunciado
and that every party
y que cada parte
must take responsibility.
debe asumir la responsabilidad.
We made it very clear
Eso lo aclaramos muy bien.
that Guyana is not the aggressor.
Que Guyana no es el agresor.
Guyana is not seeking war,
Guyana no busca la guerra,
but Guyana reserved the right
pero,
to work with all our partners to
pero,
ensure the defense of our country.
pero Guyana reserva el derecho de trabajar con todos sus socios para defender lo que es nuestro.
All our partnership is based
Toda nuestra sociedad se basa
on the defense
en la defensa
of our territorial integrity and our
de
sovereignty.
nuestra soberanía y la integridad territorial.
So as we move forward
De manera que en la medida que
in the
nos
next phase of the meeting,
progresamos a la próxima fase de la reunión
and in keeping with the invitation,
y de acuerdo con la invitación,
which sought to enable a process of dialogue
que busco facilitar un proceso de diálogo
on consequential issues, not on the issue before ICJ, on consequential
sobre
issues
asuntos consecuenciales, más no el asunto ante la CIJ,
that dialogue, the shape and form of that dialogue,
que la forma y la manera en
in
que se va a
a
realizar ese
understanding of how we move forward,
diálogo, determina y hace comprender cómo vamos a avanzar.
is the next phase of these meetings.
Constituye la próxima fase de estas reuniones.
Both parties
Ambas partes
committed
se comprometieron
to ensuring
en asegurar
the region remains a zone of peace.
que la región permanezca como una zona de paz.
I made it very clear
Eso lo aclaré muy
that
bien.
within the sovereign space of Guyana,
Que dentro del espacio soberano de Guyana
we will continue
continuaremos
to do everything
a hacer todo
that promotes the development,
que promueva el desarrollo,
the advancement of our people,
el avance de nuestra gente
and all the partnerships necessary
y todas las necesarias
to ensure the
sociedades
defense and protection of what is ours,
para asegurar la defensa y protección de lo nuestro
in accordance with international law.
de acuerdo con el derecho internacional.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Mr. President, what are some of the other issues that you hope to discuss with the Venezuelan?
We are now going to that phase.
But is there an agenda?
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is an ongoing dialogue.
Este es un diálogo
It is
en
open.
proceso, abierto,
We dealt with three phases.
tratado este espacio
One of the phase that we just dealt with was the outlining, clearly outlining our position.
trazar muy claramente,
Now we are
trazar
moving
muy claramente.
to the next phase.
Y vamos a
I'm
la
not going to
próxima fase.
delve into that phase now in the media. That phase is now
Is that
ongoing.
going to be at the presidential level, or your foreign ministers will take up?
No, we're still at this meeting.
Oh,
Estamos todos bien.
We're still at this meeting. That's why I'm saying we are here up to where I have updated you on. That is where we are.
The next phase continues immediately.
Yes.
Yes, that is why I just came to
Próxima
brief
fase
you.
inmediata.
Mr.
So,
President,
so you're prepared to
Looking
stay
at-
as long as it takes to have whatever it is resolved?
Well, I'm prepared, and we came here
Y hemos venido acá,
to, as Guyana has always said,
como Guyana
we
Central,
came here
hemos venido acá
in the interest
en
of
el
peace and
interés
stability
de la
for
paz
this
y la
region.
estabilidad.
Guyana is not the aggressor.
Guyana no es el agresor,
We have never
jamás
threatened anyone
amenazar a nadie
of force or the use of force.
de fuerza o de
Mr.
uso de la
President.
fuerza.
So looking at what is happening now in other parts of the world, and in the Caribbean, two leaders who have been at sort of loggerheads with each other are now able to sit and dialogue. Do you think the Caribbean has now set the standard for the rest of the world?
Well, the dialogue is ongoing.
El diálogo está en camino.
The CARICOM, CELAC,
CARICOM,
Brazil,
CELAC, Brasil,
has initiated
han
a process
iniciado un proceso
of communication and dialogue, and that is an important process.
Y es un proceso
And credit
importante.
must go to all those who participated
Y
in the
debe
initiation
alcanzar
of this process.
todos
Sir, you
los
said
que
that both parties
iniciaron esto.
pledged peace. In Venezuela, speaking about its commitment to peace, did Guyana remind or bring to the fore the actions that were taken by Venezuela and compare it as to what they're saying as to what they're doing?
Of course,
Por supuesto.
very strongly. Very
Fuertemente,
strongly.
Muy
But
fuerte.
Venezuela has also expressed certain timelines for carrying out actions relating to the referendum. Are they going to pull back from those actions, from the putting out of those actions?
Well, let us see. Let us see. I'm not going to go beyond where the meeting is right now. Let us see what comes out of the next phase. I ask the media to respect this.
Les
Mr.
digo
President, there's a
a los
military
medios que
aircraft out there from Venezuela. On the tail, it's printed, El Essequibo es nuestro, El Essequibo es ours. What do you think that means?
This tells you. I don't have to think what it means.
Esto después
We
tenemos
know-
que pensar lo que significa
We
saber
know what this means.
lo que esto significa.
This is Guyana.
Este es Guyana.
All of it belongs to all of Guyana.
Todo esto pertenece
This
a
is the
Guyana.
map of Guyana.
Este es el mapa de Guyana.
No narrative,
No hay
propaganda,
narrativa, propaganda,
decree can change this.
decreto, que pueda cambiar esto.
This is Guyana.
Esto es
Did any
Guyana.
condemnation come from CARICOM when Guyana raised the point of Venezuela's aggression?
This is a facilitation. You have to understand that this is a dialogue between two presidents. There are facilitators there. They are not there. They're in their meeting with us.
Están en la reunión con
CARICOM has issued very strong statements, to be fair, in support of Guyana, in support of the ICJ process. In the third phase of this meeting, they were there as facilitators. All right?
what are you expecting to come of this
Let
the next
me-
stage?
let
What are
me-
you hoping for, though, sir?
Let us wait.
You're heading back in there. What are you hoping for when you go back to
Let
hear
us
from the
wait.
Venezuelan side?
Respect for our sovereignty and territorial integrity, and working towards peace and stability in the region. Thank you. Thank you.
Has the exchange been cordial, Mr. President?
So what can you say about the role of Brazil in this talk?
Well, Brazil is there as one of the facilitators. Brazil, as I said, Brazil is an important country in this region. Brazil has to provide leadership, honest leadership, and Celso is there, a very senior Brazilian official, and we are hoping that they will continue to provide that honest leadership.
Esperemos que continúen brindando por honesto.